everyone, my name's Emily Bolin. I'm a licensed cosmetologist and also a member of the Sally Beauty Sally crew. So today is actually my day off. I do work in a salon and I thought it would be a fun idea to show you how I touch up my regrowth by myself as a DIYer, but you're gonna get all the stylist takes on how to do that from start to finish with all the same products. So let's jump into it and I'm gonna show you how I DIY my own hair. So before we jump into it, I want to talk about things you can do prior to coloring your hair so that you're getting the best results. Because we want to make sure that our hair is clean and dry and ready to go when we apply lightener. But also there are things we can do to prep to keep the hair conditioned so that it doesn't fall apart when we're putting lightener in our hair. So here's some things I would suggest that you can do prior to your lightening service on yourself. For my pre-color treatment for the healthiest hair possible, I'm going to use the Sally Beauty Bond Bar number 0 and number 3 in combination. The number 0 is the bonding primer. This product is applied to dry hair and left on for 10 minutes with the number 3 layered directly on top. The number 3 is a bonding pre-shampoo. It's processed for 10 minutes and then shampooed and conditioned out of the hair. So once you've prepped your hair for the service, make sure your hair is clean and dry, and I will show you my technique. To begin, a fun trick I like to do that saves me money and keeps me organized is to pre-cut my color track foils into inch-wide sections. I use less foils doing this to incubate my sections and reduce the risk of overlap when applying lightener to my hair. So as you can see here, I've stacked about 5 or 6 foils and I've layered them on top of each other, and then I'm cutting them to create smaller pieces and separating them before I begin so that they're easy to grab and apply to my hair. So next, I am going to find my section of block color that I'd like to update in the front. I love block color because it's trendy and it's easier to DIY because you don't have to see the back of your head. So this is something that is easily done at home and can keep you looking very blonde from the front. Once I've found my section, I like to secure my hair with the Croco clips from Sally Beauty because I feel like they're very strong, it's very versatile, and they work on all hair types. And be sure before you begin any chemical service to wear gloves. This is going to protect your hands and make you get through the service much cleaner and much easier. A pro tip I like to mention before applying your lightener is to use the Bond Bar number 3 to trace the hair that you don't want touched by the lightener. This is going to act as a barrier next to the section that you will be applying lightener to. Now it's time to mix my lightener. I'll be using the Ion Bright White Cream Lightener. This lightener lightens up to 8 levels. It's incredibly rich and creamy, and it keeps a very activated, moisturized base so that it doesn't dry out when applying to the scalp. There's less irritation when applied, and it conditions and softens during the process. I'll be mixing the lightener solution with the 20 volume developer at a 1-to-1 ratio. And now I'm finally ready to begin applying my lightener. So I'm going to begin by choosing a side of my head to start on, and I'll pull down about 1/8 inch of a section, skinny enough to read a newspaper through, and pin the rest of my hair up. Using my brush, I'm going to apply the lightener only to the new growth of the hair. Here, I'm using the corner of my brush for precision so that I'm less likely to overlap onto the hair that's already been blonded. As I move through that section, I'm making sure that both sides of it are fully saturated with complete coverage. Once that section is completed, I apply my cut foil strip directly on top of the lightener. As you can see here, I cut my strip down further by ripping it. This just keeps me from stacking less foil and keeping my vision clear as possible. Now that I've taken care of the hair below my ear, here you can see that I'm outlining the main section of the right side of my head. This is to ensure that I'm getting all angles back in front of that section before moving all the way through. Once outlining the right side of my head is completed, I continue to move on. Next, I'll be taking 1/8 of an inch section and applying lightener to the new growth. And again, applying a foil strip on top. Using thin sections paired with foil incubation, we will get the best lift and saturation for platinum results. I especially love this technique for anyone who gets banding when they've done their regrowth at home. Banding is caused by allowing the hair to grow too long in between hair services. The foils allow for added heat and to keep the product moisturized further down the hair length for a more even platinum lift. Continue this process until you've reached the top of the head and complete the right side. And now that I've reached about the top of the right side of my head, I can complete this section and do the same exact process on the left. Once both sides are completed, the lightener will process. 45 minutes to 50 minutes is generally the maximum timing for most lighteners. If you need more lift after this timing, you will have to rinse and repeat the process. To know that the hair has reached a platinum level, the color should look like the inside of a banana peel, a pale yellow. Okay, it's been 45 minutes and it's time to check my first foil to see how much progress we got. So it looks like my hair is ready, so it's time to remove the foils and rinse my hair with lukewarm to cool water. A pro tip I want to mention when processing is that I'm familiar with my hair type. So if you're not familiar with lightening your own hair, I suggest actually checking your foils every 10 minutes to gauge the process of how long it takes your hair to lift. That way you don't overprocess the hair and it might even be ready before the 45 minutes. Here is my hair rinsed with the lightener removed. So now I'm going to shampoo with the Bon Bar number 4, the purple shampoo. This shampoo will gently cleanse the hair while pre-toning all in one step. After rinsing my hair and towel drying, it's time to apply a toner. Today I'm going to use the GVP Pale Ash Blonde T14. And let me tell you, this toner has some intense toning power. So make sure you test it out on a strand before applying to all of your hair. I like to apply my toner to the most yellow areas of my hair before moving on to things that have already been previously toned. That way I'm giving the most time to those areas and correcting more evenly. On the directions, it says you can process this toner for up to 30 minutes, but I actually got away with doing it for about 7. The directions also recommend mixing with a 20 volume. I chose to use a 10 volume. That way I wouldn't get any lift in my deposit. After rinsing my toner, I shampooed with the Bon Bar number 4 and did a much needed hydration mask using the Bon Bar number 8. After applying, I left it on for 10 minutes and rinsed. To finish up my healthy hair journey, I used the Bon Bar number 6 styling cream. This cream reduces frizz and smooths and moisturizes, which is extremely needed after a blonding service. So this is after a blow dry and style, and these are the results of the platinum block color. I hope this video helped you in your DIY creations. All products are found at Sally Beauty. My name's Emily Bolin. I'm a licensed cosmetologist as a part of the Sally crew with Sally Beauty. Be sure to check out DIY University for more classes on how you can do your hair at home.